Well, hello, it's Bears back. I wanted to talk to you today about an SFIC tool I'd like to see made. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is because today, which you will see tomorrow, so it'll be yesterday for you, CLK Supplies has a YouTube channel. And they did a video on a pin checker for your stacks, which is okay, but you can improve it in a way. I'd like to, hopefully, someone could design and make this. But if you go over there and watch that video, you'll see what I'm talking about their pin checker and how to modify it to maybe how you could if you're an engineer or somebody that makes things. You can modify it to work the way I want it to. So here we go. When I'm loading an SFIC, what I do is I'll put my pins in that I've made for like chamber 1, and I'll pack them down to make sure they're packed in there good and they're solid. Then I'll just set the rod on top, okay? And what I'll do is I'll hold my finger, well, it's gonna go down in there because there's no pins in there. I'll hold my finger lightly on it to act like a spring, and I'll push my key that I've already cut. I've already cut my operating key and my control key. So I'll push my key in, check it, pull it back out, put my control key in, and check that. Now it'll push up and down on this as the key goes in. But then if I know I have that one right, I take this, and wherever it's at, I'll mark it with a permanent marker, one of those really thin line ones, and I'll mark it real good with that, and then when I do the rest of them, I'll just shove it down with this and make sure they all hit the line. And that's great. That's what this pin checker that they did does. It does them all at once. You set it on top, and then you can look at it because it's gravity fed. You can look at it and see which pins, if they're all even, and the whole 9 yards. But what I would like to see done to it, or done with something like that, is put springs inside and spring load it pushing down. Meaning, because these are, SFICs are all the same. They're all the same build. 23 is your stack. They all come up to the top where it's supposed to be. There's a distance between here and here that's constant. Between 23 and here is constant, so you could just put a little bit of spring pressure, and then when you put the tool on, maybe wings or something, you could push it down and put a little bit of pressure on each one of the cylinders, and then you could still check it up here for level, but then you could stick the key in and check it, pull it out, and check both your keys, because even though it's all level at 23 doesn't mean you haven't swapped a control pin and a driver pin in the wrong places. It's still add up to 23, but it's not going to work. That the control pin is the control key is not going to work in it because you switched those pins by accident. Let's say you got an 11 and let's just say a 10, or an 11 and a 9, and the 11 is supposed to be down up here or down here. Let's say the 11 is supposed to be down here and the 9 is supposed to be up here, and you switched them. Well, that key's not going to work. Now your operating will work, but your control won't. So if you could have one that did that, a little machine like they made, but with spring pressure, you could hold down on it a little bit, You could hold it down. You could also read that, and then you could try your keys. And it wouldn't be that much more. I mean, I don't know about engineering, but that would be the perfect tool for me. That way I could check it all at once, you know, and make sure my keys are working, that I haven't swapped any of them out. So basically, that was the idea that I had, because right now what I do is I get all my pins in, I get them all tamped down, and I just take springs and put on top of each cylinder, and then I take my finger and I crush them all down real quick. And then I do my key and check my keys. So then, of course, when I let off of it, of course, the springs are all messed up now because this one was hanging this way, this one was going that way, you know, or I was pushing this way when I crushed them down, so they're kind of twisted all that way. I just throw those springs away. But yeah, if you could have something that was internally built like that, but had internal springs that would hold down a tiny bit of pressure on each cylinder, and then you could try your keys out, that would be the perfect SFIC tool for me. I'd be the first one in line to buy one. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, go over to CLK Supplies and watch that video on the new tool they have for the SFIC, and you'll understand more of what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching. Stay legal and have fun, guys. Bye.